Peace and blessings to the chosen. Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the icon pushing his truth, sincerity, and charity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. I'm the brother Yalad responding to this film, American Carnage. Fair use, fair use. There will be some spoilers involved, but the film is it paints the picture perfectly on how Esau Edom afflicts the modern day 12 tribes of Israel. Esau Edom being the self-proclaimed white man, and the 12 tribes of Israel being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And in American Carnage, you have Jake, who's being basically kidnapped by Esau in the U.S. and essentially put into these detention centers under the jurisdiction of ICE, and the youngins, the young Jakes are given an opportunity. Either you continue, it's an ultimatum. You either get deported or you go through the program that will grant you a citizenship. So most of these Jakes, they say, you know what, we'll take the program because we have our families depending on us. We have to work or provide for our families. Our parents or grandparents are sick and they need us. So we can't just lead them. So they go through the program. Nevertheless, there is no making it through the program. Why? Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So Esau promises you citizenship. He talks these smooth words, but what it say? War was in his heart. Yeah, that's a good one to grab. War was in his heart. It was in his mind. His words were smoother than butter. Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet with their drawn swords. So as you're going up and about the program, you're working and working and working. Notice how in the bottom of this it says no one escapes the daily grind. Okay, it's all about keeping you on a hamster wheel, working and working and working. But what Esau is doing to these people, and this is the spoiler part, all right, he's secretly poisoning the Jake who's working through the programs. And they working through what appears to be like a nursing home system where they're taking care of the elderly. But, and demented and things of that nature. But the workers, which are Jake, are being secretly poisoned. And they're being injected with sedatives and certain substances that are making them forget they're being injected or forget that they're being poisoned. And when they finally succumb to the poisons, Esau puts them through the grinder. And then how Esau works is the ICE, the program management, and the local food chain restaurant. All three of the CEOs are behind closed doors, shaking hands with each other, and they're all getting paid from this. They're all getting paid. So Wisdom of Solomon 2:10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Right? He oppresses. Even in Deuteronomy 28, he oppresses even the elderly and the young. He has no respect toward the elderly or the young because there's certain things you don't do to the elderly. There's certain things you don't do to the young. He says he don't reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. He says, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Right. He's all about just taking things because he can. Being physical and being a man of blood because he can. James 5:5. Ye have lived in pleasure on earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. And what are they doing with these Jakes? Soon as they all juiced up and messed up in the head, they finally pass out, he put them through the grinder and he sells them as meat to the local food chain restaurant, right? It says, "Ye have lived in pleasure and wanton, ye have nourished your hearts in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you." These jakes ain't trying to start a revolution or nothing. These jakes ain't trying to. They're trying to go through your program and work with you, and you're oppressing them still, and then you're giving them a false sense of hope. But when the information drops and it comes out like, oh man, hold on, we never getting out of this if we go through this system. He's literally selling us to be eaten. He's turning us into burgers. All of these jakes come together. It says in Psalms 110:3, "Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. In the beauties of thy holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth." So Esau Edom in the modern day even is he's been using witchcraft, been using lies and deceiving the world to keep people blinded and keep people under the spell, to keep people enchanted. But when that wears off and people really see this devil for who he is, what's he gonna do? Genesis 4:12. "When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth." So every time Esau gets caught in these heinous scandals, these odious works, these Epstein situations, the Pizzagate, whatever it is, he want to go on the run. He ducking and dodging, and you see that in the last like 10 minutes of the film. The guy the mayor who also was linked with the food chain franchise. The news come to him. He's like, they asked him, sir, what do you think about it being revealed that the franchise you're supporting and connected to and making money off of is selling human meat? What do you think about the cannibalism, sir? Sir, where are you going? Sir, where are you going? And that's the and as the CEO is getting up and literally trying to run away from the press. He's literally getting up out of his chair trying to avoid all these questions. The movie catches him on the run, literally. It catches him getting up from his desk with his suit and tie and then going the other way because he can't answer those questions as to why his other CEO that owns the companies the program and is connected to the ICE is involved in this scandal and he's been unalived, right? But this is the common thing. It shows you Esau's true nature. He does the Pizzagate, he does the Epstein files, and then whoever is in the thick of it may get unalived, and then the rest of the CEO Edomites, the big bosses or whatever, they're running away, they're hiding, they're ducking and dodging, they're not answering questions from the press. They're fugitives, they're vagabonds, they're running away in the earth. Nevertheless, that was it. Hopefully it was edifying. With that, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.